Hey folks, toxicSAM here. Today I want to show you two basic settings that you can insert on your StarCraft II game that will help you improve on your game. The first one is a keyboard layout developed by the community called TheCore, and the other one is something also developed by the community. It's a graphic settings called hybrid graphics. So I'm going to help you set up these two settings on the game, and I hope it will help improve your game as well as mine. Uh, First things first, you're going to your browser and search on your search engine for SC2 TheCore. It's the first result from teamliquids.net. Here you have a lot of documentation that you can go through, like resources, the players that use it, frequently asked questions. But what you need is click on this link, everything you need to get started with TheCore. This will open a drive where you can start here. The initial part is basically a setup to, a setup to remap the keys from your keyboard. You need to remap the Shift, Alt, and Control keys from your right side, so the ones that are closer to your arrow keys. You can use either Auto Hotkey or Sharp keys. For instance, Auto Hotkey is basically a set of scripts. You can create your own script. For instance, for remapping keys. This is a basic statement where every time you press A as the input, the results or the output will be a B. So every time you press A, it will actually behave as a B. I don't think this is too intuitive for the majority of the people. I think this is okay for computer science people, but I would recommend the Sharp keys over the Auto Hotkey. And I'm going to show you how you can do it. So you download the Sharp keys. Here I already have mapped my right Alt to be right Shift, right Control to be right Alt, and right Shift to be right Control. What you need to do is press Add, select the input key. Let's say every time I press K, and I want the output to be S. So I select them, I click OK, and every time I click K, it will appear an S. After that, it will show on this list of keys, and I have to click on Write to Registry. After clicking Write to Registry, this will register in your BIOS, but you still need to restart your PC. So after clicking Write to Registry, you're going to need to restart your PC. After that, you can go back to the Google driver. You have information like this one, which shows like what is the normal layout for the cord. For instance, my fingers rest on J, I, O, P, and Shift. This is the resting or the home keys of my fingers. The J I use for my main army, the L I use for my second army, such as Ravens, Ghosts, Liberators. The I use it for barracks, factories, and starports. The O I use it for my command centers and also for my engineering base and armories. And the P is a command that I tend to use a lot, so it's a home key. Like the combination of K plus P when I select an SCV will give me builds a barracks, for instance. I also use use a lot of the other keys, such as this one for attack move, or the single quote for hold position, the 6 for selecting idle workers, and 7 to cancel the recruitment or construction of something, the Y for the patrol, and the camera locations. The U I use it for my rally points of my units, the 0 I use it for for my first command center, 9 for my second command center, and 8 for my third command center. The only configuration that I made in here, custom configuration, was the age. I used the age to select all army. This is something that people from the core don't recommend, is to have like a select all army hotkey, but I found it useful in some cases, so I use my age to select all army. And yeah, that's it. Also the backspace, for instance, I use it a lot to lift and drop my buildings, and the comma to remove units from the control groups. Here is a list, a more comprehensive guide of the way that the mapping of everything is done, and it might help you try to just get a hang of how to use the core. Uh, after all of this, you can go to the core, download the core hotkey files, and you download the hotkey layout for your game. So I'm Portuguese. I download the Portuguese version of QWERTY. Then I have to go to Documents, StarCraft II, Accounts, my account number, and go to hotkeys and paste them in here. Then in my game, in StarCraft II, I go to the main menu, Options, Hotkeys, and then select the core version that I downloaded to here. This is already pre-made with the core, so like the keys that appear here might not be might not be like straightforward. They're like an A and Y, a K, a plus sign. Like this doesn't seem logical. But once you make like 5 to 10 games, you're starting to get a hang of it, and it will help you a lot, because you don't have to move the wrist so much. You're just moving your fingers, so it's much more ergonomic and helpful, and it will help you improve. So for the hotkeys and the core, that's all. Now I'm going to move on to the graphics. As I said in the beginning of the video, I recommend you to use the hybrid graphics, also developed by the community. So what you have to do is going to your search engine and search for SC2 hybrid graphics. It's the first result, once again, from the teamliquid.net. It says hybrid settings 3.0. You open it. It also has a good amount of documentation that clarifies everything. And this is basically the results. So this is in low graphics, this is in medium graphics, and this is in hybrid graphics. As you can see more clearly everything, like the force field, the hatchery, the stalker, the units like the SCVs and the command center don't blend so much with the map itself, the environment, and it will help you visualize everything much better, like even spot invisible observers. So what you need to do is basically you don't need to install anything, you just do a majority of the work in game. You have to go over these settings in your menu. So you start StarCraft, going again, menu, options, graphics, and you set them. These are the graphics that you set based on what is written in the website. So graphic settings to low, set shaders to medium, and you do all this stuff and then close the game. You change the graphics, then click accept, and then you can close the game. I won't close right now because I already did this process, so I can leave the game open. But what you have to do next after closing the game is going to Documents, StarCraft II, search for the file variables.txt, and copy paste them these three statements. So you can copy them, go to Documents, StarCraft II. Here I created a copy to have a backup file, but what you have to do is open variables.txt, um, come here, enter, and copy paste them for the file. Then save the file. So file, you can, in my case, Control G, but in your case, Control S, and that's it. Uh, I hope this guide helps you, because it helped me a lot in terms of like the keyboard. It's much easy to press the keys, selecting my first army, my second army, going back and swapping to my workers or my production facilities. It's much easier with the core. And regarding the graphics, if they are optimal, like the hybrid graphics are optimal to spot everything on the map, to be possible to differentiate between the units and everything. So yeah, I think I covered everything from these two setup guides. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.